But hello, my YouTube fellas and gals. Give me a minute to finish setting that up. I'm a little late. My hubby's off today. We had dinner together, so got a little sidetracked. Let me get my channel up here. Through YouTube. Get up here. Make sure everything's muted. Okie dokie. So, last week, let me pull this up here good enough. Get my arm fixed. Love my arm. Just a little piece of advice. A lot of people are using tripods. They get so top heavy that I wish you guys could use an arm. They are found on Amazon. Let me see if I can pull it up. It looks like a bread at the top. If anybody's interested in learning how to film a little better, I will share how I do it. Hey, how are you doing, Haley? Oh, you're going to be in for a treat tonight, Haley. It's going to be very interesting here in a little bit. So anyways, what I wanted to show people, if you go to Amazon, you see the kind over here that just holds your phone. It's like in square shape. Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Kristen. And then you have the kind, oh, okay, Tammy, just mess it up. You have the kind right here that looks like a clip. I wanted to share this with anybody that is interested. Let me pull this up a little closer so that you can see what I mean. See, it's like a hair clip. See this? Hey, Cynthia. And hey, Sandy. So it looks like a hair clip. This is the kind that I use, and this will not only hold your phone, it'll also hold a Logitech cam. You can squish your cam and hold it. This is the arm that I use upstairs and downstairs to do my crafts downward, just to give people an idea. But you don't want to get the arm that has just the square, because then it will only hold a phone. It won't hold a cam. And that was this one here. See how this one's shaped? Let me see if I can pull it up. See how that one's shaped? This one's not the clip. It'll just hold a phone. So it's a specific arm. And it's only $22.90. I mean, you don't got to be cheap to have good stuff on here. And I love mine because it'll hold my Logitech and my phone if I wanted it to. But that's just to give people an idea. There's a way you can even buy a ring light and have it shining down over top of it. And it's even attached to the arm. So that's where the little ring lights come in when you're doing crafts. I don't use one. What I have sitting next to me, I'll take a picture of it and show you. You get to see some of my book mess behind it. I got a rolling bin behind it that I need to empty of books to put crafts on. But here is what I use. See that? It's just a desk lamp for now, because I haven't got all fancy and got myself a halo light. And I can move it up and down if I want to. And I got that at TJ Maxx for, I don't know. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I know it wasn't over 20. Might have been like 10, $9.99. I don't remember. It's been a while. But that's all I use for my crafting purposes. So I wanted to share that tidbit. And if anybody ever needs the link, you just let me know. I can't put it in the chat room because the link to Amazon is too long. So I can't put it in a stream. I'd have to put it in a private message. Okay. So anyways, just to give a heads up, let me get my hugs in here. Gotta hug my people. Haley is my adopted niece online. She's so sweet. If you ever heard the Progressive commercial, it's her voice. I swear. I swore it was her. Let me get y'all. Hey, Kristen. So we're going to do a craft first, and then we're going to do a chat after, if you do not mind. I just want to get the back of this done so that I can get it to drying for my dad. There's Cynthia. I always give my people hugs because my texters are important. You're fighting YouTube lag, and you're fighting arthritis, maybe. I know I have osteoarthritis. It sucks when you have to sit and type something 3 and 5 times. Thank you. I'm breaking the rules tonight, though. But anyways, we'll get to that in a bit. But I will explain it later. I want to concentrate on my dad right now, and everything I do is not skidded. It's going to be just go with the flow. Okay. So this is how the front of this turned out, and I really love this because I'm a matte girl mostly. Sometimes I don't mind a little bit of shine, but I'm not much of a glossy person. Haley did it. I'm telling. Tammy's spilling the tales. Tammy tells her tales. I don't know. I think it's funny. Tammy tattletales. There you go. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to try to. You get a tad bit. See that shine? Like it comes across right in here. I'm going to try to catch it on my camera. But anyways, I don't do Mod Podge because it's too sticky. My go-to decoupage is Elmer's Clear Glue. It's a lot cheaper and it's so much better because it doesn't get sticky. And people have said to me, well, Mod Podge only does that at certain temperatures. No, it doesn't. I have all the seasons here and I've used it in the middle winter and it still does it. It's Mod Podge. It's sticky and I don't like the texture. But this is just another alternative for people that don't like Mod Podge. So what I did was last week I distressed these pieces. I've taped the pages. I bought these railroad pages come off of Denise's channel, which is Vintage Hippie. She had a folder filled with vintage papers, but they're delicate. So what I did was I scanned these and printed them, or copied them, I should say. I didn't scan them. I just copied them because I didn't need to scan it. And cut them up, distressed the edges, but I liked it because it was typing paper. And I want this to look as close to everything railroad and everything with trains for my dad because he absolutely loves trains. Hey, Laura. So this picture came from Pinterest. And one thing you always want to remember is when you download images from the internet or Pinterest, it's probably copyrighted. So you don't want to sell those images. But since this is a gift to my dad, it's okay because it's not going to be for sale. And so because you got to be really careful with copyright. So what I did was I did that, and then I decoupaged it, and then I put the picture down last week if you weren't here. And it gives a matte, but also a little shimmer through the pages, which I like, and they don't tear up. Like you don't get stuck on like the corners and stuff. And then I put this over top of it, but I rounded the edges of the train and I also distressed it. So tonight we're going to flip it over and we're going to finish the back. So this is going to be my project for crafting tonight. And then I also distressed these two pieces for the spine after I eyeballed it. And that will be last. So these are all my pages that I distressed. I already have them ready to go. Tonight I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to stick this in the center. I like this railroad page because it actually has his signature on it. This page is cute. So we shall get in here. Come on, glue. Usually I have it laying on its side, so I don't have to wait forever. I need to pick up a little bit more glue. I do have another one, though, if I need to get to it. And I'm a liquid glue person. I'm not much of a glue stick person. I always feel like the glue sticks don't do it enough for me. Depends on what I'm doing, I guess. So this is basically tonight. It's just getting this part done. Getting the stuff on it. Hey, Denise, I was just talking about you. Oh, your ear's supposed to have been ringing. So that is Denise. That is the vintage hippie I was just talking about a few seconds ago. This is one of your papers, woman, that I got out of your railroad set. And I copied them. And now I'm making an item for my dad. Of course. Unless it's naughty, Denise. And Denise is so much fun to shop from. I'm going to tell you about her channel. She's a freaking riot. She has, oh my goodness, we have the best time on her channel. She'll do vintage postcards, okay? And you know how like you see like this little snarky kid with an attitude? She makes up stories to her postcards. We sit over in the corner laughing. I know Laura enjoys it too. She makes up the cutest stories. She'll have like this snarky kid with an attitude. She'll say, "Nope, I'm not taking your crap today." Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But my dad, he's a character. I'll tell you a little bit about my dad. He's a jokester and he loves being goofy. And I remember every time we had a holiday, when we would get up in the mornings for Easter, he had the album on of Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail, and he'd be singing it all day in the house. He knew that my mom loved Elvis, so he would sing Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog in the shower. And then he would get out, throw his t-shirt on, whatever he dressed, and he'd come out to the kitchen and try to do the leg shake. Us kids would bust out laughing. He could never do Elvis's leg shake, but he definitely tried. He is a funny guy. He really is. And then we had a babysitter one time, and she loved playing pranks on us too because you know my family was goofy like that. And I don't know if you all have ever heard, I can't remember the name of the album, but it was a Halloween and it would play squeaky doors and all these creepy sounds. I had this album and it would be so funny because my brother would just get in bed and he'd be all tucked in, and our babysitter was so naughty. She was friends of ours too. She would grab an extension cord, take it clear to the back where his window was, and then turn these creepy sounds on when he laid down. Scare the crap out of my brother. He was older, not a kid. But oh my gosh. When he figured out it was her, he was like, "How dare you?" That's the kind of stuff we used to do to each other. And when you go to my parents' house still to this day, my mother makes her house look like a Christmas store. Literally. She'll have everything that moves and you tug cords and it plays music, Wink's eyes, whatever. It is definitely all over my parents' house. Hey, CDC. Yes, it was something like the Monster Mash. Yes, exactly, Denise. Hey, college. I call CDC college. It's CDC you will not want to miss later, so stick around because I know he likes the fun stuff. Nikki! There's my makeup pretty lady. There's our Nikki. So right now I'm just gonna finish this. I love this. This is turning out really pretty. I didn't want to do a journal for my dad because he does bills and things like that. So I decided to make him a railroad journal with a collection of stuff that I've been collecting for a while now. And I love this paper because it's typed. It's typed. It's so pretty. You did good, Denise, finding this for me. You did. You really did. I have another set of railroad papers I got off of an antique store somewhere floating around in my craft room. But I went through yours first and decided, you know what? She's got a typed page. So this is perfect. And there's another thing that I'm going to add is there's protective sheets that goes in this. I'm going to stick the price page you had. The one where it tells how much stuff cost back then. I think he will really enjoy that. So I'm just going to fit this in wherever it goes. This is like puzzle pieces. Wherever it looks good is where it's going to go. So get this done. This is what the front looks like, Denise. If you haven't had a chance to see it, this is the front. Already ready. And I think what I'm going to do right here is stencil Dad. I'll figure it out. I'll get to that later. Okay, let's see here. And then I have a piece of tissue paper I got to find too. It's going to go into this. But I love how this is turning out. This is so pretty. So pretty. We'll put you. There. Thank you. I think he will enjoy it too. And then I think I'm going to take the protective sheets, put the pictures in front and back, and some of the papers you sent, I might scan and do it. And then that way I can put a couple tabs and he can use them for bills or whatever, however he wants to go about it. But I think he'll have fun with this. I do. I think he shall enjoy this book very much so. Fun, fun, fun. The drama chat will come after this. And the drama chat to me is long overdue. Way past due. I want to try to leave. Let's see, let me do this. I want to kind of leave this out. Because I want that signature to show. So I'm going to have to tear some pieces, but that's okay. Let's see here. Who all in here likes watching the Outlanders? Oh, I love that series. It was so funny because I was reading the books and didn't realize who it was. And I didn't know that that's what the Outlanders was. She was my favorite time travel author. Her name's Diane, like a Baldwin or something. Well, I'm watching Outlanders. I told my husband, I said, this plot's so familiar. I said, I've seen this plot somewhere before. And then I'm thinking, I know this. It has to be from a book I read. And sure enough, when the second, the second one popped up, I saw her name in the credits. I was like, I knew it was her. I was reading it before it became a series. I thought that was so funny. Okay. We'll just do a little piece right there. Gotta fill in all my pieces. I'm glad I had enough paper printed off. I covered just enough that I distressed last week for the front. Yes, there's drama. You know you love drama, college. I don't love drama, but I do address it. Okay. Whether people like it or not. And just so you all know, when I go to do this, there's no backlash towards anybody else. If anybody that's listening wants to hate somebody or backlash or run your mouth, do it strictly about me and leave everybody else out of it. Because this is all my idea. I'm not dragging anybody in it with me. And I don't really give a rat's ass if you do hate me, because I don't like you either. This is how I feel about it. I'm not here to win a popularity contest, and I'm not here to get monetized. So I don't care what you do. My channel is totally uncensored. Okay. If I want to make money, I'll get a real job. That's how I look at it. Okay. So now, as this is hanging over the sides, this is a little hard to cut, though. I will admit that. It's a little hard to cut when it's already on here. I don't know how people make it look so easy. I guess paperbacks are easier. But here's my handy dandy. We are memory keepers. And I'm going to try to cut this as straight as I possibly can. What I mess up on, I can always do later. Because this is hard to cut. But I do like the We Are Memory Keepers. Because I can get in there as a lefty best I can. It's not going to be straight. I do have an X-Acto knife. I guess I could have brought that down too. But for now, hey Scully, How are you doing? Scully does amazing reading on his channel. He is an author and he's very relaxing. If you ever have problems falling asleep and you want a relaxing voice to help you, he is the channel. I have both of his books. I do. I haven't got to finish the other one yet. But I did like Let the Good Times Roll. That was a good one. I forget what language you have it in. It's in a different language, the title, but it means Let the Good Times Roll. He'll tell you. Yes, Stacy, I do see you, Stacy May. Just give me a second while I'm cutting this. I try to read chat while I'm doing this, but I will say this, when I'm doing the drama one, I'm not going to be able to. So bear with me. Okay, now this wasn't clear to the top, so we're going to have to add another piece. My glue. Hey, Barbie. Yep. No, you're fine. Sometimes it takes me a second. You know what, Scully? The one I have is signed, but it's to a Robin. I don't know how that happened. I bought it through Amazon, but it says something about to Robin. I have no clue who that is, but I'm like, okay. So I do have your signature. It's just got the wrong person's name in it. So I don't know if it was like someone who, maybe it was a used book or something. I don't know, but it's a hardback. It's a nice one in the Dutch coffee shop. And then I don't know if the other one's a softback or not. I don't know. Okay, we'll put this piece right here. Just going to slap it in here. Just want to cover to make sure that there's no like bald pieces on here. Hold up. One more piece. Just a tad bit. Okay. Put this over here. He does his ska. Okay. So we're going to cover that piece right there too. Hold on. Alrighty. So let's go right here. There we go. Okay. Look on this side. A little bit trimming to do right here. A little bit down here We're getting there. I think this is the hardest part of it. Come on, hold still. And then back this way. There. Nice. Okay. We'll put these aside for a second because I don't know. I'm going to need them yet again. Clean my little mess up. I'm glad you get to come in. He's got great graphics too. He shows pictures when he's reading and they're so cool. Okay. So let's take this, kind of run it over. Make sure I get the bubbles out from the glue. Smash this down. Okay. I like how it's turning out. This is so nice. Alrighty then. The fun part. I get to play sticky fingers. And this is how I Mod Podge. Make sure that all the ends are down. Slap some glue there. You could do this paintbrush if you choose to do so. But yeah, I like getting my fingers dirty. Hey, Tina! Oh, I bet it is. He does a great audio. You know, they have even job positions for that too, Scully. I was looking at a website that they hire for audio readers, and some of them they look for like certain ages and things like that. It's really cool. Like if you're expressive or not. I don't know if I could do it though. My luck, I'd be in the middle reading a book and I'd start like coughing or something. Do you have to lemon juice your voice, Scully? Hold on, CDC, not yet. As far as I know, the only thing that I know that's actually new with YouTube is the bots. And it's making me wonder if Google's allowing them in to make a profit. I have questioned that because back in my Yahoo days, we had bots flooding the streams constantly. It started out with a couple. And then it started out with interactive bots talking like they were dorm mates. And then Yahoo got shut down because Coca-Cola, or not Coca-Cola, Pepsi sponsored, and a couple other big companies, they sponsor the search engine. The chat rooms were free. We never had to pay to cam. We never had to pay to chat. But if you use Yahoo as your search engine and things like that, there was ways that they could make money. Well, they pulled their sponsorships when the porn bots and stuff and the people in the streams were getting out of hand. That's what happened to the chat rooms and why they went away. That's what scares me about YouTube. Honestly, I feel like I'm living deja vu. Anybody else that's ever been in Yahoo chat, do you feel like you're living deja vu with these bots? Because I sure do. And these bots have been coming in and spamming live streams. And it's just like a repeat of it all over again. But it is also a way they could make money if they're not making revenue. You can make a deal with the websites. Well, we'll let you spam for a fee. And I know that Google bought out YouTube, and I don't think it was doing that great. That's why it was sold in the first place. So I don't know. I don't know all the details of what's going on money-wise with it. But it's making me wonder. Because they've been getting really bad here lately. I was in a stream the other day and they come in like 3 or 4 times. Like spamming a whole bunch. And then another person to test, because we've been tested different things, they blocked the channel or set it to just subscriber mode to see what would happen. And the bots actually joined their stream and they still came in. So somebody's definitely behind it because a bot can't do that. It's definitely a person controlling it. Okay. So let me make sure I got this all over. Even the dry spots. CDC, you're going to have to wait a minute. I already explained it. How they made money. It's an agreement between where they spam and the bot owners college that they can offer an amount to be able to spam. Okay, let me see here. Wet, 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 dry. There's some dry areas, so hold on. I just want to get this in the corner. Where it can dry. My dad's birthday is in August, so at least I got time to work on it. So I don't got to rush. Some there. Okay, it's pretty well covered. Alrighty then. Let me get this done. So it looks good. Let me get my baby wipe here. Wipe my inky fingers. Yeah, they are. They are disruptive. That's so true, Liz. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna need some water. Meant to bring some down and I forgot my water. Hubby's home, so I get to torture him. You should see my puppy. I swear. She's something else. When he's home, I can't get her to listen. She's such a daddy's girl. All day today, she's pacing through the house because she knew he was out mowing the grass. And she's pacing through the house because she knows he's in here when I take her outside. She's pacing outside. She's so funny. She's so funny. I can't do nothing there with her when he's here. She's got puppy love for her daddy. But he spoils her. That's why. Hold on. Get glue stuck to me. Really? He's ignoring my text. So he probably dozed off. He's crazy. And what he's doing. Water, please. He's like, oh, geez. He must be cuddling my puppy and he fell asleep. I don't know who puts who to sleep. She loves fuzzy blankets. I think anything can fail. Welcome back, Denise. I think if a platform gets sued bad enough or if something bad happens, I think anything can go down. College, that's my opinion. Okay. So here is probably going to be stuck because that's wet. It is. So we're going to have to do it this way. Oh, sorry. I'm doing the spine right here. I'm going to just put the top piece on. I don't think I'll be able to do the bottom today. Come on. Because it's too wet. So we'll get the top piece on. Wrap it around, get it down in the corners. And then this is what it will look like. I mean, I might be able to put the bag on. Wait, let me do it this way. Wet side up. Hold on. This way the spine will be finished too. Thank you. Tell everybody hi.
Hi, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
Are you cuddling my puppy? That's what I thought. See, he does exist. He's not imaginary. He's just never home. I'll tell him later, Liz. He'll say hi. Okay. here. I like college. He asks questions. He's my question person. Let's see here. Gotta wait my glue off. I don't do that, and then my caps want to stick. Okie dokie. Tilt this up. Pray this holds for me to get it right where I need it to be. Or just a tad. This paper was a Google image that I found, but it's about Amtrak test new seats. So we're going to smush this in the crease. As much as possible. And that's how the spine will look. And then if there's any excess hanging over, I'll cut it off. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to add some glue to this side too. I just try to make it to where I decoupage it and the edges don't catch because it's in pieces. Okie dokie. And that's good for now. Thank you, Denise. I like it. I like it too. It's going to look really vintagey. He's going to get a kick out of this. He's going to be like, you did what? Let me cut this little piece off here on this side. Okay. Now this will lay to the side and it can dry. And there we go. Are you ready? I know Liz is. She's like, yes. Okay. Where's Liz? Where's she hiding? I got a surprise for her. So, to give you a lowdown of the crafting community, we always get drama in every community we go to. My personal preference of a seller, this is just my opinion, I like a seller that shows their items up close. You know, like these buttons. They show you what they look like, of course, out of the package. Or if it's a paper line, they take the paper out. They show you the pages. And then they lay it down and they ABC it or whatever. And you can get what you get. They keep their prices fair. And they always read their texters. They don't pay attention to their texters that I don't like them as a seller. Because to me, I feel your texters are the ones putting in the most work. You know, back in Yahoo Chat, we didn't have panels, but everybody could share a talk button. So we all could take turns talking to each other voice-wise. And if people got on the talk button, ignore the texters, it wasn't fun. Just like when you go into a live on here and there's a whole bunch of people on a panel and nobody even notices you're there. I have a hard time with those streams because everybody wants to feel welcome. So There's always drama going on in some streams, it seems like, but, you know, if you don't like somebody in a stream, there's a respect for the person whose stream it is. So, say I'm a mod for a person's stream and I don't like a certain person, I just don't talk to them. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I have to like a person to respect a person's stream. I don't block them. I don't time them out. I don't do anything unless the owner of the channel tells me to, unless it's spam, of course, or a troll, which you can tell the difference. And then you block that to keep under control. A mod's position is not to run your channel, it is to help you run your channel. So I was in a stream one night and two ladies got into it. And this is just to give examples. And the woman who was doing the sale stopped her sale and said, "Okay, you two need to quit." It wasn't a mod that did it. It was the owner of the stream. She says, "You need to quit. The next person that can't get along with the other one, I will block you, time you out, whatever she chooses to do." Hey, Joe. And that's the way a stream should be handled. And it was handled. Because as soon as she did it, one of the people left, and that was the end of the fight. Because let's face it, you can't ignore drama, people. You are in the twilight zone if you think you're going to be on YouTube and you're never going to have it. You're full of shit, because it's going to happen to you at one point. If you don't have thick skin, I recommend you don't be here, because to me, it is always going to perk its ugly head, because you can't control what other people do and say. And that's a given. And there's a lot of shark pit people on here too. You have people on here that are just using you to grow their channel, and they'll tell you, "Oh, invite your friends," and they moderate everybody, and then all of a sudden they're at 8,000 and they get the join button, and then they come out and say, "Oh, I'm unmodding all you people, and only the people that pay to be on my stream now are mods." There are people that will step on your head to grow, is what I'm saying. And it does happen. I've seen all kinds on here. And then I've seen good people. I've seen really genuine people. And I know one right now who is in the millions that I have personally asked advice, because that's how you learn. She's a friend of another friend of mine, and she invited her into her stream so that she could talk to other YouTubers. And she said, as you grow, your haters are going to come at you. So she shows you how to blow them off. And her comment section is being, whew, she's got some nasty people. I've seen them. But she is one of the most sweetest people. But what it is I think her, when I've watched her commenters, it's really sad, because yes, they helped her from the beginning of her channel. Yes, she grew. But then once she got so big, some of these people act like she owes them money. She doesn't owe them money just because they helped her grow. You help a person grow because you're happy for them, not because you covet what they have. And this is the difference that I see. So, I don't covet if my neighbor has a swimming pool and I don't. I wasn't raised to be that way. I might say, yeah, I'd like to have a swimming pool, but then I think of the upkeep and I think, oh, maybe it's better I don't have a pool. But you know what I mean? You just see people like this, and you're going to run into people like this. But she just blows them off because she knows that she's a good person. She knows that she gives back to certain organizations, and she does things with her channel, and she will even go to the point, and to me, this is her payback. If you have a business and you send her a gift, she opens her friend mail and she will shout out your stores for free. If you send her a gift of something, like you make jewelry, She's a million channels. She will shout you out. To me, that is not greed. Greedy people would not help you, period. To me, she's a very down to earth person. Even though she's in the millions, she pays attention. And when you get to a million, you might not be able to read all your comments, but she does take the time to try. She might not answer, but she's a really nice person. She really is. And she gave really good advice. But there's also a time to pick your fights and your battles and when not to. But I wanted to do this in a funny way because I don't really care for the petty shit. I honestly don't. Most of this slides off my back, but I wanted to do a little propped thing to get a point of something that happened. And because I stood up and spoke for somebody that I felt was wronged, there was people that went behind my back saying, I made a video about this person and blah, 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 blah. Well, if you're going to accuse me of doing it, I'm going to do it. Okay? Because that's how I roll. So I didn't make a video of this person. This is what it is. You have to understand, I see the difference between a live stream and a video. To me, a live stream, and you guys know this who've been coming in here, I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've always been that way ever since I started my lives. If I make a video about you, I'm going to have your name and something in the title, and I'll just make a video. It will not be a live stream. And in YouTube, they go to two separate places. When you do a live streams, it's under the live category. When you do a video, it's under the video category. So it got around that I did a video about this person when no, I discussed what happened in a live as an educational purpose. Because people who are new sellers need to learn. It doesn't matter if it's your channel. If it is your channel, read your text. Know who starts the fights. Take care of the person that starts the fights. And even if that person is a spender on your channel that started the fight and the other person isn't buying, stand up for the non-buyer, because to me that says you're a greedy asshole that's only after money. So this actually happened to someone who's a friend of mine, and I saw it. I went and watched it because I was like, really? I would have never took that person as that type of person who would not pay attention, but she didn't. So she timed out a person that didn't deserve it, and she let the person that did deserve it stay in her stream. So guess what? We're going to do a skit about it because I want to. Liz, are you ready, Liz? This is funny. Oh my God. So last night, I was sitting and trying to think of a way to bring this in a humorous way. So I was looking around my house and I thought, this is a crafty channel. What the heck could I do to make this fun? So, Liz, hold up. I'm getting ready. So I did it in a crafty way, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. And I'm not going to try to read the chat till I'm done because I know I'm going to laugh. Okay. Liz, I even gave her red hair. Hi. My name's Liz. You like my red hair and my little red eyes? Okay. So I'm a nice crafter, and I like to go and help people mod, and I also like to go and support my friends. So I just go bebopping into this live stream, and I decide I'm going to do some shopping, window shopping, because right now I really can't afford to buy, so I'm just going to look. I love her. Isn't she cute? This is Liz. So Liz goes in. She's being all nice. And then here comes the little snake. And her name's Jennifer. And she says, I'm going to sit over here in the corner and I'm going to stir up some shit. That's what I'm going to do because I can. So she comes in, she sees Liz come in and greet people, and she says, "Ew, it's Liz. Ew." So let's start some drama. Okay. So can't. This is so funny. I can't help it. I had unmated socks, Liz. I had to. So, of course, Jennifer starts the shit. The person who's running her stream, her name is Cheryl, doesn't read the stream. So, what does she do? Why not embarrass Liz, the one that supports us all? So, what she do? I'm going to time Liz out and hurt her feelings, knowing that she supports everybody and that she's got a giving heart. And there's old Jennifer. I'm going to stay in the stream because Liz is gone. She got blocked, and I'm going to keep on shopping. Okay, so next we go to can't help it, guys. This is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's funny. A mod that's in this stream, I did not give her eyes because she didn't see what was happening. She just thought that they were playing around and didn't realize they were fighting. So this moderator really is not responsible because she was there to help. But I would have been over in the corner going to the person running the stream, who was Cheryl, who was the seller, and I'd have been saying, "Hey, you got a fight in your stream, so please take care of it." But you're going to hear the whole thing. So Liz is timed out, it's done with, and nothing happened. So then I go to Cheryl and I say in a private message, "What's going on?" Because she's upset. She's afraid. She's upset. I'm upset. So I was told the story and I went and checked. So I'm in the middle of a conversation and I told her, I let her have her say. I never interrupted her. I listened to Cheryl's side because she called me through Facebook Messenger. And she told me what was going on. I listened to it and everything. So I just come out and said, "Okay, now it's my turn. When you are a seller on your stream," and no, this is not telling a person how to run their stream. This is a suggestion on how you should run your stream. If you're selling on your stream, your eyeballs have to be in a bunch of different places. You have to read your texters. You have to take care of the fights. And I even used Pearl as an example because she stopped the fight on her stream because I was there when it happened, and she handled it very maturely. So Cheryl kept interrupting me when I was trying to explain that you should take care of it. It's not up to your moderators, because actually two moderators can get into a fight. And also, if you let your moderator do your dirty work, people are going to hate that moderator. And you should never draw your moderators in the middle of battles in your stream. So she interrupted me again. And she says, "Well, I didn't want to stop my sale." What does that say to you? Hello? Can we say money hungry bitch? Because that's what I hear. You can't take 5 minutes from your sale to stop your stream and stop a fight. So what are you trying to tell me? That's all you care about is people's money? You don't care about your texters. And this is where she comes in, like her eyeballs, all about the money. Yeah. So I interrupt Tammy while she's trying to give me some good advice because she's been a seller longer and maybe she could help. And no, I'm about the money. I don't give a shit if people fight. I don't care if people hate my mods because I'm about the money. So I told her, "You don't like what I have to say, then you can block me too." So then I go into my email and I find an email from her after all of this because it just so happened that I don't know if it was the next day. I can't remember if it was a couple days later. I don't know, but May had a sale and Cheryl was in it. Well, let me tell you a story. I put my phone in my pocket whenever I'm modding for someone. So Scully, be warned. Any channel I mod for, I have accidentally timed people out and I have. It's mainly the timeout. Thank God I've never blocked anybody. But I will fall asleep and I'm a left-hander and my hand's right over their picture. So sometimes I nod off and my thumb hits. Next thing I know, I time out. I'm like, oh shit. Well, my palm was on my phone that night. I can't remember if I took Roni out to potty or if I was getting something to eat. But you know what? I can't just sit and watch Sale. I have a dog that's got to go to the bathroom like every 4 hours. I can't remember exactly what I was doing, but my palm hit, and it just so happened that I just had this argument with Cheryl. And of all the people in May's live stream, she was accidentally timed out. Now, let me tell you something. I can be a deceptive bitch when I want to be, but I'm a confrontational one. I am not a person that disrespects somebody else's stream that I mod for. If you were in my stream, I could say, yeah, I probably put you on purpose, but I'll tell you before I do it because that's the kind of person I am. I don't mod for somebody else and then time him out and laugh about it because I think that's just immature, and I'm not immature. I'm a grown ass lady. So I come back and I did tell May it was an accident. I told Young Sue it was an accident, and it was an accident. I can't help that it was coincidental. It was Cheryl that I got into it, but this was on May's stream. And just so anybody out there knows, whoever I mod for, I would never do that on your stream unless you tell me to do that because I don't play that way. So she sends me this email. Want receipts? I'll show you receipts. And the only reason why I found this in my spam is because I get so much spam in this one email that I mute them. And I don't know if you know that you can do that on Google email, but if you go into your spam folder, you can actually mute mails that are sent to you to tone down your spam. And I happen to see it. So, Inked Pulp. Do you see this? See, she is blocked. She has been blocked. This is what she sends to me. Tammy, I know you don't like me, and that's fine. No, I don't like the way you treat people. But I hope that we can coexist in this community peacefully. You got your pound of flesh by timing me out on May's channel. What? Pound of flesh? Honey, if I wanted a pound of flesh, I'd punch you in the fucking face. That's where you get flesh. How do you get flesh by timing somebody out? So I'm sitting there looking at this like, what? Is this woman crazy? I'm not interested in delving into a petty squabble with you. Really? Well, that comment right there was pretty petty, Cheryl. Very petty. In fact, I hope no ill toward you at all. Can we agree to ignore each other and let this continue peacefully? I was ignoring your ass. Where were you? Anyways, so then all these rumors spread that I'm spreading. So now you hear all the sides of the story. And this is everything that happened. You will hear her side and my side. And this is the truth. There is no middle down the middle. So this is what I say here about your pound of flesh. And you know what I'm going to do, Liz? We're going to put Cheryl right there. We're going to stick innocent little snaky Jennifer. Yeah, right. Insta-fucking-gator. And we're going to bring out the Tammy Dammit doll. She's not Stella today. She's Tammy. Guess what? Both of you. Kiss my ass. See, that's what you get. I might not be able to punch you through my computer, but I can use my Dammit doll on your sock puppet. And how does that make you feel? Bash, 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 bash. Be nice to people. Read your chat. And that's what you do. And that's how you handle community drama. So there. Now you see how it goes. And Liz rides above it all because she's still a good-hearted person and she can go and blue raspberry both your asses. So there. Now, if you want to spread that I did a video about you, you can say Tammy did a live stream about us and spread it. And I hope it goes to the gaming community and everywhere else because that's the way it is. And you too can go in the garbage. And that's how you handle drama. And I like my Stella doll. Isn't she cute? And this is why, Liz, when you go to make your damn it dolls, there you go. Because she not only smashes your anger, she can beat up your puppet people. So how did you like that, Liz? Was that a good enough skit? You think it'll get me some more backlash? I hope it does, because I like my puppet people. Yep, this is Stella. I like Stella. Huh? CDC, go back and listen to the show. I told how the fight started. It was the little Jennifer snake. Pay attention. Oh, I thought she was cute. So, because I was sitting here and I'm thinking, how can I represent drama in a funny way? You know, and I saw this pink sock I had unmated. I was looking at all my socks on my dryer because I lay my unmated ones. And I said, what can I do? I got to give it something red. So I said, okay, I found me some red buttons. And then I was looking for what I could use for hair and I couldn't find any yarn. And I saw this bag of tinsel. And I thought, oh God, this is going to kill me. I'm going to give her spiky tinsel hair. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. She's cute. And Denise is funny because she likes to tell stories with the stuff she sells. And I like stories too. I've always loved puppets. You know, when they did little puppets and that you would have a person hiding behind the hand, like when they would do the setups. Oh, yeah. This is the best way to address drama. So, you know what? If you're in the crafty community and you want to start shit, this is where you come. Come to my channel. I'll do a little puppet shit for you. But yes, I like my Lizzie puppet. And I even gave you pink. You know I don't do pink. But I thought it was cute. I was going to give him a mouth too. Oh, and that's another thing I have to show you. I had to do it. I have to do it, Liz. I have to. So look here. And I'm going to be vulgar. So if you got kids, hold their ears. See the snake one with Jennifer? She's the shit stir. She's got a dick in her mouth. Look there. She's got a dickle. I saw that after and I thought, oh my God. This is gonna die. Look, Dickly. It's got dickies. So we know we can shove in her mouth next time she starts shit. I saw that after and I thought, oh my God, that's so stinking funny. I can't help it. Oh my gosh, you gotta love the labels of socks. And then this one over here could be Joe Schmo. Yep, Joe Schmo. Oh my God, Cheryl. Sorry. I didn't mean for you to joke. So if you have, look, I just glued a piece of ribbon. If you have a snake in your channel, and look at the eyeballs. Isn't that creepy? I like yellow, but those buttons were perfect. And then these were cut off of Android filling cards. Cheryl. You better be okay, woman. But these are my little puppets. And then this one here is the person that stays over in the corner that really was no intention of getting them involved. Laura. God, Cheryl, don't choke on me. I just opened up your bead holders too. I freaking love them. I'm using one for beads and one for charms. So was that a good enough skit for drama, you think? Did I do okay? Because I didn't mean to be loud. My cam is built into my my microphone's built into my cam. So if I get loud, please, turn your volume down because I know when I get excited about something, I can get loud. I go back and listen to my videos sometimes like, damn, Tammy, whew, your voice is loud. So anyways, I hope that's good. They're good enough. And I'm going to keep my little Liz puppet over here. I like her hair. Yes, Denise, yes. Yes, yes, yes. To your message. I just saw it pop up. And I know the snake, the Jen snake over here, is blocked from quite a few channels because she likes to start shit. So I know she is blocked from some pages because she's an instigator. But the thing is, it mattered who started it because if that would have been my sale and I saw it and I went back, I'd have been like, sorry, but your stuff is canceled and you're not blocked from my stream. And if it was just two people maybe fighting over an auction or something, there's ways to handle things. I would have been the way Pearl handled it. This was two other ladies, but she was like, the next person that says something wrong, I'm going to time you out or kick you off my stream, whatever it takes. You know what I mean? And they quit because we're grown ass women. This shit shouldn't be happening, period. So to me, it showed my thought process is Jen showed a level of immaturity in the first place. Who in the hell goes in our sales and goes, ew, so-and-so's here? I mean, my grandkids don't even act like that. And they're 4 and 5. You know what I mean? That's like petty. So people shouldn't even be doing that anyways. I mean, my God, if you don't like people in a stream, you don't go oohing them or insulting them as soon as they come in. It's not your stream to do those things. When you go into somebody else's stream, you are to respect their rules. But if their rules don't include taking care of fights, then they're not going to get my respect. That's just my philosophy on the whole thing. I think what I tried to tell her was common sense. And I'm always up to game for advice if something happens. I wasn't putting her down. I was just saying, you're a new seller. This kind of stuff comes up. And you have to address it. Well, I don't do drama. I just do sales. Well, then you shouldn't be here because you have to deal with drama too. You have to deal with all of it. So that's how I look at it. You be quiet, college. Whoop them. It's one thing if you're joking, but it's another thing if it's not a joke. You know what I mean? You can tease your friends, but it wasn't a joke. And when another person asks you to tell them to leave you alone, then they should. Well, that's beside the point, May. That doesn't give her a free ride to treat people like shit because she has cancer. Whether she has cancer or not, that's not the issue in this stream. The issue in this stream was about the truth of what happened. There's lots of people on here that have underlying illnesses. They have losses. You don't use those excuses to treat people like shit. I had a dad that just had a triple bypass. I don't bring it to my stream. I had a grandmother that had cancer, died. I don't bring it to my stream. I deal with my stuff the way I do. You can give your opinion, but this isn't about cancer. This is about how she treated a person in her stream that didn't deserve it. And it's my stream, and I'm going to tell my stories how I want to. And I did. And I'm happy that I did. But anyway, the puppet show was a lot of fun. My husband was going to help me, and I told him no. I said, you don't need to help me. But there's a lot of people that always have personal things going on, and we don't always know what's going on the other side of the screen. But still, if you are well enough to have a live stream, you're well enough to read your chat. If you're not, then you shouldn't. And that's the bottom line. Is just to be nice to people, you know. And as far as what I said, and I stood up for what I tried to say, and it was not intentional because, like I said, when I go to somebody else's stream and I mod, I do not intentionally put people out. I am not that vindictive because I am a grown woman. And I have seen it though. I was on a stream one time and somebody did intentionally time a person out. And after that person got timed out, and it was not her stream, it was somebody else's stream. And she laughed about it. Well, I didn't like her anyways. Well, that's not the point. It's not your stream to do that on. I didn't do it intentionally, but this person did. And I've also been in chat rooms where people have done that too. There was a guy in a chat room a long time ago. If a female came in and she didn't give him attention, he blocked her. He would block all the females coming in because he was that self-righteous acting and conceited. And I told him, who are you to block these women because they're not flirting with you? And when it got back to the owner, he actually took him away from his moderation. He was no longer allowed to mod. And that's the way it should be. And even though he was his friend, there was too many people that reported it for him to overlook it. But it shouldn't even take a bunch of people to report. It should take a couple and then you're done. But when I pick the moderators for my chat room, I pick the people in here, whether it's chat or these live streams. There are people that I don't expect to take care of a fight when it comes in. It's just mainly the trolls and the bots. When it comes to the real people in my streams or the real people in my sales, I will take care of that. And if I don't see it right away, somebody can bring it to my attention with those little stop signs or something. But most of the time, I will catch it on my own because I do read my texts. So all I can say is there was an unjust done. It doesn't matter who's ill and who isn't. The unjust that was done was wrong. And the person that actually initiated the unjust is blocked from a bunch of streams because she's a troublemaker. And I can see why. Because you don't antagonize fights in somebody else's stream. But when the owner of the stream took her side over everybody else's, then it becomes a problem. So that's just the way it is. And I'm not going to feel sorry for them just because they have an illness. The truth is the truth regardless. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my puppets because I did. And you might see them in the future, depending on if stuff happens or not. Hopefully, people will learn how to coexist, learn how to pay attention to their own live sales, and actually read what the texters text, because your texters are the important part of your stream, not just your buyers. Hey, Becky. Because I know when I had my chat room back in the day, the texters were very important. And believe me, they want to be noticed. I got feedback from all of them. So this is not just my opinion, it's other people's opinions that I took into consideration. How are you doing today, Becky Love? Becky's a sweetheart. Becky, you can go back and you can rewatch the stream to see the puppet show. It was good. Well, I had people that died of cancer too, man. I really don't care if you think it's right. I know it's right. And not being ignorant, but you're not sticking up for the right people here either. You know, you and Liz were friends way back, and I would have taken her side, period, because she was the one the wrong was done to. And I'm also not an enabler. I don't enable the wrong people. Yes, you are, college. Becky. Well, I am sorry you're hurting. My husband has back issues too. I know what that's like. He's always in pain. He's even got a metal plate in the back of his neck. And like I said, when it all boils down to it, when the whole truth comes out, you find out who your real friends are. Which I have through all of this. You do. You really do. When you're really down and people don't stick up for you, that's how you know. Becky, I had to make you my favorite color. Yeah, my grandmother had bone cancer, and I also had a lady I used to take care of in private care, Cheryl, that had cancer, and we had a landlord that had cancer. And he would come down and pick up rent, but he would always tell us a certain day of the week the back of his legs would be on fire from when he had radiation. So he would say that let us know that if you can pay rent or if you're not going to be there because us both working, so that he didn't have to make the trip right after he had radiation. I know a lot about cancer too. Yep, it does. But it's still not an excuse to treat people bad. Yep, it is, Cheryl. It is. May, you do enable. I don't care what you say because yes, you do. Just like when you stuck up for that chick about the money she spent and canceled her order. If she is old enough to be a mama of a baby, she is old enough to know what money she can't spend. So yes, you do. And don't come in my stream and starting shit because I'm not going to have it. You surround yourself with drama and I'm not going to have it in here because I don't care if she's got cancer or not. The point that I made was the truth, cancer or not. If you're going to have a sale and you're able enough to take people's money, then you are able enough to stick up for people causing trouble in your stream. And that's just the way it is. It's the truth. Everything I said was the truth. I did not tell a lie. So don't come in my stream bringing cancer up as the issue when cancer was not the issue. You're stirring shit by even bringing that in here. You can have your say, but I'm having my say because it was wrong. And when I see wrong, I'm a truth seeker and I choose to correct it. And if you don't like it, you can unmod me, block me. I don't give a rat's ass, May. But I am not going to tolerate you coming in here bringing cancer up as an excuse for her being wrong to Liz. I'm not going to do it. It isn't about arguing, Liz. This is the truth. I sit back and I lurk in streams and I watch stuff. And I'm not an idiot. That's just like if something happened wrong in her stream and she wanted to address the issue. I'm not going to go in there and say, oh, this person's got cancer. That right there is a cop out. Because it's not going to make me feel guilty for what I said as the truth. Just because she has cancer doesn't mean shit to me. Because if she is able to run a sale, that she's able to do things while she has cancer, or she's that damn out of it, she shouldn't be running a sale then. I've even seen people on here sick that couldn't run streams, and people did fundraisers for them in sales. And it's not a fight, it's just the truth. And if May don't like it, I don't know what to tell her. But this is my stream, this is my say, and this is my truth. And I also know that Jen's caused problems for other people because I've seen it. I'm not mad at May. She can have her say as much as she wants. If I didn't want her in here, I'd block her ass or I would fucking delete her shit. But I'm not. She can say her side because she's in here defending Cheryl, but she's not defending the right person. And that's the point I'm trying to make. So that's what I said. I don't care about the backlash. People can hate me all they want, but it is the truth. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. All I know is it's done. It's over. I had my little puppet show, and we're not going to have any more drama. So it can stop right now. My puppet show was fun. And I like my little red head. Exactly, Cheryl. It's freedom of speech. Exactly. I wish this would dry fast, but it doesn't. It takes a while. No, there isn't two sides to this story, May, because I told the truth and I asked you to stop, and apparently you can't. So, you know what? We're just going to do this because I'm not going to listen to your shit anymore. I told you to stop and you can't seem to stop. So, this is what we're going to do. No, I'm not going to block you. I'm just not going to listen to your crap. You can sit here and text all you want, but it's not going to come in here because you're in the wrong. You can keep the sharks around you, Bay. Go for it. But this person is a truth seeker, and I will not be one of your sharks. So have fun with that. So the fight's over. There you go. And you know, the sad part about it is I have always praised May. If you will notice in any of the shopping hauls, all the stuff that she has done in her D-stashes, all the nice things that she does with people, but she just inserted herself into something that was none of her business. This did not happen on her stream. This happened on somebody else's stream. And this is exactly what causes drama right here. Because she come up in here and it was none of her business to do so. Because it was my puppet show. There's nothing wrong with free speech whatsoever. But you are not going to bring cancer or any other bullshit as an enabler into my stream over something that happened that was the truth. And the truth was, Cheryl did not read her stream. Cheryl treated Liz like shit, and she shouldn't have. When a person is treated badly or, somebody says something to them or blocks them, it should be for a reason. And she did not start it. All she did was go into his stream and Jen started, and all she said was, please leave me, just tell her to leave me alone. And she just didn't. So, the owner of the stream didn't take care of it. That's what this was all about. And now everybody's turning it into something else. I know the truth. Liz knows the truth. Everybody else that was in that stream saw the truth. Becky saw it. A bunch of other people in here saw it. So that's all the witnesses I need. And in the end, you find out who your friends really are. So apparently May's not one of ours. And I'm sorry, Liz, but for her not to defend you in this, she's not yours either. And I'm sorry that it happened to you too, Liz, because you didn't deserve it. You are one of the most supportive people I have met on here when it comes to moderating to help people when they need it. I know that you've been in some relationships and you've been in and out of them fast because you're trying to figure out who is your real friends. And sometimes that takes time on here. It really does. And I've been in and out of streams where I've shopped with people and things happen too. And when you find your people, you know it. And they are the people that will have your back. And I would be that way with anybody. If I'm out on the street and I see two people, somebody getting the living daylights punched out of them, I'm the first one down 911 to get the stuff to stop. If you see a child abused, or if you see a wife abused, or a husband being abused, anything, any type of attacks, whether it be verbal or text or physical, a person needs to stand up for the person that it's happening to. And if they don't, they're not your friend. Well, that's between you and May. But I'm not going to have somebody come in here starting crap that when it has nothing to do with them. It'd be different if it happened on her stream, but it didn't. And I'm tired of people, doing that too. Well, my dog died, or this happened, or I don't give a shit. That's still no reason to treat somebody like shit online. Like I said, we all have problems. My dad went through a triple bypass and almost died. Do you see me on here bitching at people or taking it out on people? No, you don't. Because that's my personal life. And I know how to separate my personal life from my YouTube life when it comes to things like that. I would never take out on my YouTube friends what's going on in my personal life. It's just a big no-no. So to me, May has made it perfectly clear Cheryl is her friend and she's up her ass. Well, she can keep her. I don't want no part of people like that. I want people that have my back and have the back of the people who are done wrong. And I'll be the first one to fight for the little man. And I hope that, I hope if that's what you want, Liz, that's fine. But to me today, she showed she's not a friend. Because she would have had your back and she didn't. She brought Cheryl's cancer into this instead of saying what happened to Liz was wrong. And she didn't have your back. So she's not a true friend. And I feel sorry for you that May isn't, but she isn't. And it showed today in my stream. Like I said, I didn't care what the backlash was going to be because it's still the truth. And if a person's going to run their mouth about me in the community, then they can run it. They're going to tell the truth now. Now she can say Tammy made a puppet show and she showed the truth of the kind of person I am. And if she wants to run around using her cancer to make people feel sorry for her, then that's on her, not me. Because I'm not going to use my diseases to make people, feel sorry for me. I'm not a woe is me type of person. I am totally hardcore. And if I was sitting here with cancer, I sure in the fuck wouldn't be using it on YouTube and I wouldn't be making everybody have sympathy for me because I have it. It's one thing to be on Facebook and have something wrong and you need prayers. It's another thing when you take it out on your friends. And that's something I won't do. So, I mean, I just say it this way. It's just, it is what it is. People don't like me because of this. I don't care. It's like I said, I'm not here to be monetized. I'm not here to be likable. I'm just here to speak the truth. And that is the truth. Everything that happened to Liz was the truth. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. She didn't have to bring that in here, Cheryl. She's trying to get on everybody's sympathy because she has cancer. Well, cancer doesn't give her a reason to treat Liz like crap and time her out. It's embarrassing. When you're in the stream, it's just like, do you remember what it felt like when you were in school and your teacher, back in our day, teachers paddled people. If you had to sit in a corner with a dunce cap on, or you had to go through something that was embarrassing, it is very embarrassing when it's in front of a schoolroom of your classmates. And I feel that it's really sad when you come on YouTube, you're in a stream and you've been supportive and you're not doing anything wrong. And on all of a sudden, Liz got blocked. I could feel how hurtful that had to have been for her. Here she is in a stream full of people she trusts, people she has bought from, and I know how giving Liz is. She shops from a lot of our streams. She has spent a lot of money. And for people to time you out in front of everybody else, it's fucking embarrassing. I don't care what anybody says. It's like a shameful statement when she did nothing wrong. And that's what I'm talking about. It was cruel what they did to her. And I would have fought for May if the same thing happened to her at the time because we were friends. I would have fought for you, for anybody else that I have become a friend with on here. I would have fought for all of you. But for somebody to come into a stream over something that's the truth and throw a disease out there like, okay, you got to have sympathy for her because she has cancer. No, I don't. Because you don't bring that to chat to hurt somebody else. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I know how hurt Liz was over that. She was hurt, and I don't blame her. I would have been too. That'd be like as much as I like shopping off of May's channel, as much as I like shopping off of Pearl's channel. If I would go in there and somebody would just take and block me because of something somebody else said towards me, I would never come back to your stream again. Liz has even got more forgiveness in her than I do, because what I would have done was blocked her, blocked Jennifer, blocked the owner of the stream because she didn't take care of it. And I would never spend another damn dime in her stream. That's how I would have handled it. Because she didn't deserve it. And even if Liz hates me tomorrow, I would still stand up for her today. But this is what happens in the community, though, is you have these people who don't stand up for the right people. And then all of our friends know each other. Like we all intermingle. We all know each other. Just like hanging out on a stream regularly. And then all of a sudden you're not friends with the person anymore. And then all your friends are tied up. It can get bad on here. I know, but there also could be a respect. Hey, Fifi. There's my Fifi. No, we probably won't move on from this for a while, Cheryl, because I'm sure there'll be lots of backlash because other people just can't let shit go in this community, and I found that out a long time ago. That's why I have a shit ton on block. Believe me, I have my crafters shit list, and they are all on permanent block, and I don't mean YouTube block, I mean Google block where I can't even see them anymore. Fifi, you have to watch the puppet show. Hey, Christina. Yeah, the puppet show is interesting. I like Fifi. Did you ever get a kitty cat to name Fifi? Well, this is the way I look at it. From now to the future, if you decide to have a live sale or you decide to have a live, pay attention to your texters and watch the people that get into it and make sure that when you block it, it's the right person. That's all I wanted as a message to take from this. You have your last kitty now. I miss my kitty cats. 21 and 22 years old. I miss my babies. But I'm sure it'll still go on for a little bit, May, because I mean May and Liz, because the pot's definitely stirred. But what happened was I had a live stream and I always talk about the good, bad, and the ugly. I always do. And somebody said I made a video about them, and I did not make a video about them. I made a live stream about them. They're two different things. And it was just to point out that when you sell, you have to pay attention to your texters in your stream, especially when a fight happens. It's not, a message is not that hard to understand, but people want to pick it apart and they want to cause drama with it. And I don't care. I don't have to go visit these people anymore. That's just how I look at it. Where I spend my money is my choice. And that's what I'm going to do. No, Liz, I'm not. But anyways, where I spend my money is where I'm going to choose to take my money to. And if a person can't respect the way I feel about the truth, then they shouldn't talk to me. This is how I feel. Because I would stick up for any of my friends on here. Yep. But it isn't really about drama. I'm a truth seeker. I really am. I like standing up for people when it's the truth. And when I see it with my own eyes, not hearsay. Sometimes hearsay is the truth, and sometimes it can be a little foggy. But if you're in a stream and you see the actual fight and you see the text being thrown, you know who's in the right and wrong because you're there. So when you do see it, you know who to stick up for. That's the point I'm trying to make. And if your friends are your friends, you would stand behind them regardless. No, I was standing up for somebody else that got disrespected, Fifi. But I'll take the backlash for it. I don't care. Because I know that what I did was right. You know, I'm the one sitting here with a smile because I know what I did was right. I know it in my gut and I know it in my heart, and that's all I need to know. It's kind of like when you find the best thrifting deal and you know you're not going to get in trouble with your budget. You know, you can smile walking away from that thrift store because you know you put into it and got out what you wanted. And that's what I feel like. You know I did the right thing. Even if it cost me friendships, I'm okay with that because they weren't my friend to begin with. Nobody's going to attack my friends and me not say nothing about it. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. Anymore, I'm beginning to wonder what that is too, Fifi. I keep telling myself, okay, Tammy, you're done, you're done, you're done, and then I'll find something else. But you know, I was just talking to a friend of mine earlier, and I said, you know, it's funny because when you do go shopping, it seems like, at least me, I feel like I buy everything I like. So then I had a girl come and ask me for a custom journal, and I said, "How would you like your journal?" And she says, "Well, I would like to have coral and vintage." Liz, we're not talking about that right now. And no, I'm not, because it's not going to be dropped. But anyways, and I'm not going to talk about that no more. It's never going to be dropped until people stop the fucking drama. And that's just the way it's going to be. But anyways, as far as the budget's concerned, I have a tendency of buying everything I like. And then when I go to make a journal for someone custom, I'm like, I don't have coral. I have vintage, but I don't collect coral. Just like pink and purples. And then I got to thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to start buying other colors, because if I don't, I'm gonna be in trouble. Because if people start asking me for colors I don't have, I'm looking around shopping my own stash going, oh crap. So I did find a really pretty coral digital kit that I found to complete her project. I had the vintage and I had coffee dyed papers and things like that, but I didn't have coral. So when I got the coral, I was able to mix it and put them together. Yeah, I know. I know that, Christina. It's sad. It's really sad when it happens. It does. But this is what I think, Christina. This is how I look at it. Um, I had a disagreement with someone on here because I prepaid for something and I never got it. Okay, this situation's from the past. Well, my husband come out and he said, "I can't believe you spent hundreds of dollars in that person's stream and they did this and and now they do this." And you know where I look at it though? At the time I purchased the items, it's not the item's fault. So I don't regret the items I got off of that person's stream. I just regret that she was the one that got the money and turned out to be an asshole. And that's how I look at it. And then I move on and I find other people to buy from. But there's also some amazing websites you can buy from too. You don't have to go to the live streams and buy from anybody. I actually go to the live streams because I want to support people that I get to know, because you can shop at JC Penney's or any place like that, and who do you really know that runs it? But on here, we get to support people that we come to know and care about. You know what I mean? But I have found that there's websites you can go to that if you just don't want to shop with people on here because they just disgust you after a while, they have Blue Moon scrapbooking. They have a cherry on top scrapbooking. There's all kinds of websites out there that carry the paper lines, the die cuts, everything you're looking for. And you can even get money off. You can get discounts. So that's how I look at it. If it gets to a point where I feel that the drama's getting too bad on here, I just won't shop with anybody on here anymore. I'll just go to a website. But I shop with the people because when you get to know them, you want to support them. You know what I mean? You want to help them. And that's the whole thing about me with people in live sales. But if they disappoint me, I just won't shop with them anymore. I don't have to put my money in anybody's stream on here. That's how I look at it. PP, you're so funny. I know, Christina. I've had people I thought was supposed to be friends on here too, but they turned out not being friends. And that happens. Sometimes we have to make choices. Sometimes people even choose the wrong people, and it does get sad. Like I've seen um a couple people who were like best friends that used to craft together on their channel, and then all of a sudden the other one meets a third party and then poof, they're gone and that person's trash now. But they were best friends. And it's really sad to see that too. I remember the first time I ever went to a live stream in the crafted community. It was two people that I really thought a lot of both of them. And I actually won a giveaway for my very first time just by attending their live stream. And I was floored when them 2 were no longer friends because they had a specific day they crafted together all the time. And then all of a sudden they weren't friends anymore. And it was really sad because sometimes we come on here, YouTube's kind of like our programming on our TV. Sometimes you come on here and you see 2 people crafting together and you just love it because they're like your Laverne and Shirley. You know what I mean? Like they're your sitcom in a way because YouTube, they do kind of try to turn it into a TV series in a way. That's how I look at it because I used to come on here for the do it yourselves when I wanted to learn something or whatever, but it happens. Yep, that's what I was telling a friend of mine too, Cheryl, is that sometimes there's people that are in your life for a really long time, and there's people that's in your life for a reason and a season, and your paths are meant to cross for a reason, and then they're no longer in your life. Sometimes we don't understand it, but it happens. That's sad, Fifi. That's so sad. But when you have, say you have a crafting friend though, Cheryl, that a couple crafting friends, say you see them like every Tuesday at noon, and all of a sudden you have your YouTube set to that time, and then they're not friends anymore. It's still hard. I don't care what anybody says. Even if it's a reason in a season and you're used to being on that channel that specific time, and then it's no longer there after you've been doing it for like a year, it is kind of disappointing. I mean, eventually you do move past it, but at first it's like, what could possibly happen to these 2 when they were great at crafting or they got along? I mean, I remember even before Liz and May had their big fight and they didn't speak for a while. It was awful. And I've told both of them, May and Liz, when they used to craft together, they were hysterical. I never laughed so freaking hard in my life to where my gut would hurt. And I begged them to make up, and they did. And then this shit today is ridiculous. I was always in their corner fighting for them to make up, and when they finally did, we were all happy. Because when we go into their stream, they're funny. And it's like now today, God only knows what's gonna happen, at least on my end. But I have always been fighting for them 2 in the corner, always. I said, "I wish you 2 would make up because you were 2 of the funniest people," and then when they did to forgive each other, it was great. Because I do like to see forgiveness too. I'm not all bad what people think I am, not even close. It's just when I see something bad happen, I don't like it, and I will insert it myself into it because it's wrong. I believe for standing up for the truth. I'm like Becky. I might not have handcuffs, but by God, I believe in justice. Becky and I have had wonderful conversations. Tina. Hey, I admire people that have to do law enforcement. Oh, I can't even imagine the jobs you go through. I have this is so funny, Becky. I got to share a cop story with you. This is so funny. I used to have a crush on this boy, George, from the time I was in 5th grade to 8th grade. I had the biggest crush. He was a neighborhood boy. And his little brother, Danny, he was just a little kid. And I remember when George and I did become boyfriend and girlfriend for a little bit, it was just a middle school thing, nothing serious. His brother Danny, when they had the football games, he would come running across the football, behind, because we had like a walkway around the bleachers, and he would come flying past the bleachers and in the parking lot, always giving me hugs. Always. This kid never forgot that I had a crush on his brother or that I was, a neighborhood person. and he grew up to be a police officer. And I was so proud of him because he's a really good guy. And I finally, because he kept asking my dad how I was doing every time he would see him, so we had a nice talk because I run into him every once in a while, and he's in uniform, like, at the Oktoberfest and stuff, and he said I said, "My dad tells me you ask about me all the time." He says, "I do." He says, "I like checking up on people that I grew up with." I said, "Whatever made you become a police officer?" And he says, "My brother talked me into it." But he's a good one, he is. But I would have never dreamed that that little kid running across the parking lot would turn into a police officer one day. It was just too funny. So you never know, people out there, when you're hugging little children and you're being nice to kids, they might grow up someday to be a police officer and protect you. Fifi, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys are a riot. Hey, Metro. But I feel blessed with the people I've met on here, even through the drama. Um, I do. I feel really blessed with all the people I have come in contact with because it's all a growing experience. And there's a lot of people. Hey, Diana. There's a lot of people who say, that web family is not the same as your real family and blah, 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 blah. And I beg to differ because I see my family, but when I'm home, I'm with you guys more. And, I talk to you guys more. And that's sad to say, but it's true because all my family works. I think the only two that don't's my mom and dad. And I can call my mom or text my mom or something, but we do spend a lot of time together on here. So it's hard not to get attached to people on here. It's hard not to stick up for people and care about people on here because it happens. But I just know that whatever happens out of all of it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you'll have to watch my puppet show. That it was funny, Becky. But at the end of the day, I said what I needed to say, and I'm glad that you guys were here to hear the whole story. So I want to thank everybody for coming in and listening too. Yes, I get it. I believe that too, Denise. That's true. Some of your family members you can't pick, but on here you can pick. And I tell you, you learn a lot lurking, believe it or not. I used to think lurking was kind of strange, not to say hi in the street, but I get it. Especially if it's a channel you're not subscribed to, and you kind of want to get a feel and check out who you are subscribed to. It is good to lurk because you learn a lot about a person. You hear a lot by what they do, how they act, especially if it's a bad situation. Um, I always tell people when they come to me for advice, when they dated, is how do you know you picked the right person? We actually had a talk about this on another person's channel. It was interesting. And I said, my philosophy is see how they treat you around their family, see how they treat you around their friends. And if they drink occasionally, see how they treat you when they get a buzz. And if you've looked at all those, some people might not drink, but you know what I mean. Check out every situation you can, and how they treat you is how they're going to treat you. And that's how I've always based relationships. Hey, Sandy. Because I know I had a friend once. She's like, it's crazy. She says, because when we're alone, he treats me good. When I'm around his friends, he treats me okay. She said, but when I go around his family, he leaves me standing there and I don't know these people. And I said, well, tell him, make him introduce you to people. But it is funny. The only time I don't give advice is if I don't know anything about it. Most of the time, the advice I give is from experience. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Laura, are you gonna be with us? That was fun when we did it the last time, Denise. I enjoyed it. We were all up on Denise's panel crafting. We had a lot of fun. You finally convinced Laura to get on a panel. I was shocked. Laura needs to get her craft on. I saw her crafting room. I look behind some of you people when I see your craft rooms, and I still think I'm an amateur. I don't have as much of stuff as you guys do. Laura's got all these things laying around behind her, and I'm like, geez, look at her craft room. I want to go play in it. Did you ever look at somebody else's craft room and you want to go play with their stuff? Oh no, Laura. Tomorrow, my dog's going to go to the vet Friday. She just has her annual. She gets her nails done and her other stuff. She's got some other stuff I get taken care of. Make sure her shots are up and all that stuff. Where's Sandy at? She probably left. I love it when Sandy talks about when she takes her dog, she calls it her dog's spa day. I love it. Her dog gets a spa day. I think that's so stinking cute. Oh my goodness. There she is. When is her next spa day, Sandy? Spa day, spa day. I want a spa day. So we come back in our next life, we'll come back as Sandy's Poochie. So we get a spa day. I think that's comical. I love it. Her dog is so cute. She's so fluffy. Got to make sure I crease this paper in the corners when you do the spine with paper. I try to make sure I crease it real good so it don't bubble. I think my dad's going to be happy with this. I really do. He is going to be a happy pappy. So far, it's not bulging. It's looking pretty good. See? I can't wait till this is done. This will be so cool looking. I don't know what I'm going to do to the inside of it yet. I haven't decided. This side tomorrow, I'll have to decoupage. This side's not done. This side is. It's looking good. So you can still see a little, see that little bit of glow where it's still wet. But when it's done, like right here where this shine is, that's what it looks like when it's done. It's like a matte with a little bit of shine. So I'm really happy with the Elmer's glue. when it's done. It's got that little bit of shimmer. I got this. In one of my mails here recently. This is so pretty. Look at this. It's got like a glitter. Aw, this was gifted from Mimi. Mimi! Look what she did. Look how pretty that is. Thank you, Mimi. I forget whose sale this was, but she had this gifted to me. It's so pretty. And this one, look how pretty that is. Isn't it gorgeous? It's like fluffy leaves in blue. Oh, I know. Mimi spoils me. I got a few happy mails I'm working on. It's going to take me a little time, but I'll get them out eventually. Isn't that pretty? I just saw the note. I was like, yep. It says, "You be loved" to Tammy M, gifted from Mimi in April. That's so pretty. I didn't even know she gifted this was stuck in here. See, I still get surprises. That's too funny. But I'll put this down here because it's still got a little drying to do. That's another thing. I love when people give stuff in streams. I think that's so cute. People are so giving on here. I can't wait to get into some more stuff. Have no clue what I'm going to do with the inside of this yet. I have to think about it. There's a tissue, not a tissue, a rice paper that I wanted to do, but it might be too big for this. I think I might end up framing it. The Vagabond that's got the hot air balloon and the train. The front of the train. I know you guys know what rice paper I'm talking about. I thought about putting it in here, but I don't think it's as big enough. So I think I'm going to frame it for my dad. I think he'll like it. Good night, Sandy. You have sweet dreams. And thank you, Sandy. Sandy with the Y. Thank you. And then we have our little sassy Sandy with the E. You have a good one, Sandy. Thank you for coming in. It was awesome. And I have one of Tina's things over here. You know, that Messy Tina? I call her Messy Tina because I think she's cute. I showed this. Look how cute this is. Tina, I love this book. She's our mixed media girl. Look what she did, even with the little pom-poms. Now, I don't use this particular trim myself, but I love it when other people do. Isn't it cute? I love that girl. I don't know if she colored that image. I didn't get to see her make this book, but I think that's so cute. This is her mixed media book I get to play in. I love how you did this dream catcher. Isn't this pretty? She is so bright. She's my brightest crafter. Fifi, don't be having that, funny stuff on the phone. Now, we know what those phone calls mean. Are you being a bad girl? Don't tell me you're one of those 1-800 ladies. She's going to kill me. I'm going to put it in case she's not listening. I gotta pick on Fifi. I've called her Fifi since I met her. Yes, that pretty. See, look, Tina, your work's getting appreciated. We like our messy Tina. I like her stuff. She does cool stuff. Alrighty. You have a good one, Sandy. And like I said, thanks for coming in, hearing my side. Enjoy the puppets. I like the puppets. It is. Oh my goodness. I use that too, but everybody tells me I got horns holding it up. I say maybe so. I don't know. But if they are, they're naughty horns. Well, your mess is fun, Tina. It's always fun to watch you. I'm sorry I missed your live earlier. I enjoy her lives. I caught part of it, but then I was trying to do dishes and cook at the same time. I was lurking and I was listening, but I didn't get to see. That's one thing I hate is when I'm busy on my end and I don't get to watch stuff, but I got to listen to you. My poochie drags me outside. The only thing I hate is when it's really rainy. My yard gets real soupy, and I hate taking her out in the rain. She acts like she got a shower, and she comes in. She don't mind it unless it's lightning and thunder, of course. She don't like that, but I'll bring her in and have a towel. I bought like 3 beach towels that I wash up for her, and she comes in and I'm wiping her off on her face, down her body, and she's grabbing it with her teeth and she's trying to pull me into the living room. She just got a bath. My dog gets all hyper when she's in the rain and snow. Oh my goodness. She's like the skunk on Pepe Le Pew that bounces in the snow. She likes chasing us when she's in the snow. She's too funny. And you can tell she's being playful because she sticks her butt in the air and she's got her head down. She's so ornery. I hope she never loses that quality. She'll be 5 December 3rd. She'll be 5 years old. I can't believe we've had her that long already. I remember I know, she's so cute. Denise, I remember when I had my bookstore and I was what the heck did I do? Because dogs are different than cats. Cats are self-sufficient. Dogs take more work. So we have mostly not carpeted floor. The only carpet I hate in my house is the one in the living room, and I haven't changed it yet. It's white. Who would put white carpet in their house? Well, my former people who lived here did. But it washes up really nice. You just don't want to have it when you have pets. But anyways, it was so funny because I got one of those big crates just for training purposes, you know. to keep her at night. I was going to keep her in the crate through the night until she was potty broken. Well, oh my goodness. She was sounding like she was going to tear a hole in that crate, buddy. She hated the crate. And I had a big one. Like, I didn't have a little puppy size one. I had a dog one she could grow in. And we put like a piece of I didn't care if I had to wash it or hose it off or whatever, but we put one of them, fuzzy things where she would stay warm. And I told Michael I don't want her on the carpet until we got her trained, but I hated her being away from us. I wanted to hold her all night. But in order to get her trained, this is what I did. My aunt had told me years ago that back when we were kids, people were cruel. They'd stick their face in it and everything else when they go to the bathroom. I hate that. That's abuse to me. Well, my aunt felt the same. So she went to the library when she had her Pomeranians and she got a book about how to train a dog to go to the bathroom outside. And she shared it with me when I was a kid. And she said that they hate being close to their messes. So what she would do with hers, I did train one dog like this, but I didn't do this with Roni. I did something different with her. But it was a Brittany Spaniel we had. You put the leash, you take and pick up a little bit of their mess, whether it's pee or poop on a paper towel. You sit it down in a room where you can shut the door and they can't see you. And you put their lead rope over the door and shut it and they cry. They hate being near where they go to the bathroom. And she would shut the dog there for like 5 minutes. Then she would walk in, pick up the mess and say, look, this is where it goes. And she would take the dog outside, let him see it again and sniff it. And then she would put it on the ground. This is where you potty. This is what she learned from a library book. All her Pomeranians were trained that way. And my dog was like in 3 days. That's all it took. And then when I did Roni, I didn't do with the paper towel, like, and put her on the leash. What I did with her was she hated the crate. So I thought, what the heck could I put in my bookstore where I could keep an eye on her? Because, puppies sleep a lot. They have a hyper moment like a kid, and then they sleep. So I thought, well, she's not going to take to the crate. I told Michael, we got the crate off my mom, so we didn't pay for it. And I said, just until she gets trained, I said, I don't know what else to do through the day because the crate was for nighttime is the purpose of it. Because through the day I could watch her. So I'm thinking something that she could have an accident on, that it's not going to absorb and smell up. And I thought, damn it, I have a pack and play. My grandkids had a pack and play that they played in or took a nap in whenever they came to stay with us sometimes. And a pack and play is perfect for a dog because it has that mat in it you could wash up and everything. And plus, I could put toys in there for her. So what I did was I put a pack and play because my bathroom down here in my bookstore is really big. So I stuck her in the pack and play, and that way when she napped, she would be fine in there and I could hear her in my bookstore. And if she woke up, she would whimper, and then I knew, time to take her out. And plus, according to the books, it's like, I think 15 to 20 minutes after they eat or drink in training is when you take them out to go to the bathroom. And then at night from 9 o'clock on, you put their food and water up just through training. So this is what I did with her. And Rooney was trained in 2 weeks. Like, she did really good. And I was consistent with her. But if she had an accident, I was with this kid like a newborn baby. Every time she ate or drank, 20 minutes I was outside. Every couple hours, because of her being a puppy, she was outside. And I was so tired. I did this all day and night that her first vet appointment was so funny. My t-shirt was inside out and backwards where you could see it didn't have the physical tag. It had the writing, and nobody said anything to me. I come home and I looked in the mirror like, really, Tammy? I went to that. That's how tired I was training her. But a couple weeks she was ready and she did really well. But I did do the paper towel thing, but I was able, she had a couple accidents in the pack and play. And I wiped them up with the paper towel and cleaned them because it's a mat. And of course, it was great because she could see all around her, and that's what she hated about the crate, is she couldn't see around her. And, so yeah, the pack and play worked. Works for a puppy. And then my one grandson had one of those, pillow pets, and it was the dolphin one, and she took to it. We had the pillow pet in the pack and play, and she would curl up around the fin of the dolphin, and that's how she would sleep. I think I have pictures of her somewhere doing it. It's really cute. But yeah, she liked the pack and play. And I said, who would ever thought a pack and play would be good for a pet, you know? But it was. But she did really well. She really did. I loved having her down here as a puppy. She's my baby. The only thing I have a problem with dogs, Laura, is the ice. Our backyard 2 times now since we've had her. It only happened, I think, for like a week in the winter 2 times where it froze over the snow. Oh, you do not want a dog when that happens. So what we had to do, because the way our backyard is, as it melts, it continues the ice because because we have like a spout on a roof that's part under the ground. So the ice never goes away. So what we have to do is treat the sidewalk and everything in front of the house. And I had to walk her down around the back of the house to go to the bathroom because she has particular spots by the backyard, because she doesn't go to the bathroom in our front yard. She only goes in the back. And because I don't want my poor UPS man stepping in her poop. So we do all that in the backyard. It's so funny because we couldn't walk on it. And one day my husband went out. Thank God he's he's actually limber. He ended up stepping on ice and landed in a split. I said, oh my God, I haven't done a split since I was younger. I said, if I ended up in a split, you'd be calling 911. But he said, yeah, he says, my feet just slid and I landed right into a split. I about died. He said it still hurt his legs though. But I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, ice is definitely no fun. I can handle snow, but I don't like ice. Just a few more spots needs to dry on this. It's got a little bit more stickiness. But this should be done. This should be nice and done by tomorrow. Hey, Gemma. How are you, sweet girl? I ran into one of your friends on here. They were talking about people in the UK and they talked about autism. And I said, oh my gosh, you got to go check out Gemma's Journey. And he says, do you mean Gemma's Journey's Grace? And I said, I think that's who it is. I don't know why I didn't think of the Grace part, but it was Terry's Screw Loose. He goes, I know her. Terry does. He does songs where he sings. But he says he said he knows you. Oh no. What's wrong? How come you're upset? Gem is a great channel for people who are autistic or have children that are autistic. She really likes to talk and get information out there to help people. Yeah, he's funny. I like him. He goes up on Paul's panel. I was on their panel one day. We had fun. Well, I hope you're not too upset, girly. You're too sweet to be upset. I got a good deal on these too. I'm going to be playing with these eventually. I can't remember how much I paid for these, but I got a hold of this. First, I thought it was somebody had 400 pieces of laminated matte photo paper for $10. I think this was on eBay. So I grabbed them up because I'm going to play with some artsy stuff with these. But I was like, holy crap. I have 400 sheets to play with. Some of these are not cheap when you go in stores looking for them, depending on if they're a brand name. But I thought, yeah, I can handle that. So I'm going to have fun with these. Oh, no. That's terrible. Good night, Tina. Have a good one. You'll have to let me know what happens with your house. I hope it works out. Hey, Pig. Well, that's sad. Does she have a way that she can sign you in to come and visit her, Gemma? I don't know how it works in the UK, but I used to work as a counselor for the mentally ill. And a lot of times if people are, signed into places, they can give a list of who can come visit them. Like your name has to be approved. Is there any way you could find out if they're a family member? Oh, well, that's not good. Ever? Or is it a time period? Sometimes here they allow it after their medicine's balanced out. You know what I mean? Like they'll put them on a medicine, and once they get them balanced out enough, then they're able to have visitors too. I think it all depends on if they sign themselves in, what age they are, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Because I wasn't sure about over there. Huh. Well, I hope you get to get in to see your friend. At some point, that'd be terrible. I'll put this up here. I was going to add some stuff into this, but I don't know where I put it. Aw, well, I'm happy to see you too. That's sad. Well, you'll have to let us know in time if you're able to get in and visit her. In the meantime, keep yourself busy. That's what I would do, Gemma. I mean, I know it's not going to take away you worrying about her, but or try to read some books or do some coloring or something. That's what I would do. I have to keep myself busy whenever something comes up because if I don't, I'll go crazy. I drive myself crazy. But that's what I do. Reading puts me to sleep anymore. I got a couple books I started reading. I still haven't finished one of them because I just put it off and then go back to it and put it off. Alrighty. You have a good one, Denise. Thanks for coming in. Red, white, and blue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon too. Hubby's upstairs walking around. So I'm gonna go up and pick on him. Usually this is when he's getting off work and coming in the door. Well, I'm glad you got to come in there, Gemma. That's good. Poetry writing is good. Maybe you can write your friend a poem. Is she allowed to have mail or anything eventually too? Maybe you can make up some stuff for her, Gemma, so that when you get to see her, you'll be able to give them to her and surprise her. Oh, my arthritis in my knees are killing me. I just stand up and stretch my knees. Ooh. Oh. Mm. I always get an overview. I need to get down here and organize some more too. Oh, geez. Crafts stuff. Tons and tons of craft stuff. When you do a live, Jim, I'll have to come over and check out some of the stuff you make if you share it. I'll have to come look. Anyways, I had a great night too. Even with all the bad stuff that came in the stream that shouldn't have, and all the stuff that was said, I still had a great night with you guys. I'm glad I got what I needed to say out there. And we'll continue with the backlash, I'm sure. But it's all good because I can take it. But thanks for the fun. And I hope you enjoyed my puppets because I enjoyed my puppets. I had so much fun making those. But take care, everybody. And don't forget, whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one. And I will see you soon. Bye.